And also when it comes to this trade right here, when we're talking about the LA Sparks, we also have to talk about the fact that they are in a really rough position long term. They're in a really, really, really rough position. Why? Because obviously they're about to lose Kelsey Plum for nothing. And you know who else there's a chance of them losing for nothing? Cam Brink. There is a legit chance that they lose Cam Brink 4-0. And we have Brian from, I don't know how to pronounce it, Brian Hankin? You know him. He works for the Indy Star. He's even mentioned Cam Brink as a trade target for the Fever. But like, they are already turning down first round picks and more for Cam Brink. They are out there turning down like legitimate good offers for Cam Brink. I don't know why. Portland are trying to win now. Cam Brink, I have her in a Fever jersey because I do feel like the Fever are a team you can fleece. Like, I'm telling you, if you called up Indiana and you said, okay, we will give you Cam Brink, you are giving us, and we'll eat the Lexi Hall contract. We know it's a contract you don't really want. You're kind of screwed with Lexi. We're about to lose Cam Brink for free. You give us your 2027 first round pick, and you give us 2 second round picks. And also, you give us, I don't know, we'll take your bad contract, you take ours. We take Ty Harris, you guys get Erica Wheeler, and I don't know, we'll throw in Kate Martin for Dantas so that you get a replacement for Lexi Hull. Too many moving pieces, but like, if I'm India, I fucking take the deal. That being said, that's something that's there at the end of the year. But Cam Brink's value in 6 months' time is not even a first round pick. Like, I don't think people get it. Everyone thought when they got rid of Azare, it was so that Cam Brink was going to get more minutes. Then they brought in a Cam Brink replacement in Nneka. Kelsey Plum is walking for nothing. Cam Brink is about to walk for nothing in 2027. At the end of that season. They can't afford to keep her. Nneka, I need to see LA Sparks contracts. Like, they're in a bad spot. They're in a really, really bad spot because De'Erica Hamby, 3-year deal. 3-year deal. Nneka's on a 1-year deal. She is. Because you suddenly then are paying Ariel Atkins a max, you're paying De'Erica Hamby a max. When Cam Brink's contract is up, in not next year, but the year after, when her contract is up, at the end of her rookie contract, we're now looking at Cam Brink's value on the market being, considering you're looking at Temi at $1 million, all these other ones, you're looking, I'm not going to say max, but like 3/4 of a max is what you're looking at 1 year for Cam Brink. And if you are the LA Sparks, if you re-sign Cam Brink, you are essentially saying 32-year-old Atkins, 35-year-old Hamby, and 35 and Cam Brink are our future. And you won't even start Cam. You won't even trust Cam Brink to start. You won't even trust Cam Brink to start. I didn't even realize Nneka's on a 1-year deal, so Nneka's going to be gone anyway. But like, at no stage have you decided to trust Cam Brink to start. Her minutes have been inconsistent. She's been playing inconsistently. She's looked great sometimes, she hasn't. She's been suffering from injuries. A massive trade asset that you are probably going to let out the door for nothing. Her value when she's about to hit that big contract, most of her value is in her contract. She's a young big on a rookie deal for 1 more year. Most of her value is in her contract. Kelsey Plum's about to walk. You are now at a situation where there's a good chance that you lose between Kelsey Plum and Cam Brink. If you pull the trigger right now, you could get Tip Hayes and a first, and you could reroute Tip Hayes for an asset. You could get a first, a second, and a Laura Jaskaita or a Maria Conde for Cam Brink. You could probably get that from Portland because Portland want her. Everyone knows Portland want Cam Brink. The Indiana Fever, I'm not saying they're desperate, but if Cam Brink is dangled in front of them, they'll get desperate. If you're willing to eat the Mo Billings contract, which if you are the LA Sparks, you should be, you could get a first. If you eat that Mo Billings contract and trade Cam Brink for Mo Billings, you could get a first and a second. You need to tear it down if you're the Sparks. Because you're going to be terrible. Because you are going to be terrible for years. You have got to tear it down. You have two negative assets on your team in Dearica Hamby and Ariel Atkins. You are not getting off. They're not going to help you make the playoffs. You're not getting off either of them, without giving up an asset. So just suck it up and keep them. You got to be bad and be bad for a while. You were this close to getting Paige and you had Malonga. The best player in the long-term best prospect in the draft fell into your lap. And you decided you wanted Kelsey Plum because you wanted to go win now. And you still have not made the playoffs since 2022. You need to go full rebuild. Instead of trusting the process, you traded the pick that became Awafam. Awafam and Malonga were your picks. You have to commit to a rebuild. There's a lot of great rookies coming through. 2029 draft class, I don't know about that one. But 2027, 2028, you got to tear it down and try to end this season on less than 15 wins. If you win more than 15 games, your chances of getting Sarah Strong drastically decrease. You need to be the worst team in the league next year. Sarah Strong is a franchise changer. You can also take in some picks. You can take, if you want to go to Toronto, you can get a couple of assets and a pick from Toronto. You think they're going to be bad. You can fleece the Indiana Fever to take the Mo Billings contract in a Cam Brink trade. You can get a pick from the Golden State Valkyries, who are going to be consistently, again, around the 10th pick. But if you keep getting these rookies on good deals, you are also the LA Sparks, so you're going to attract free agents. As soon as the dumb contracts of Ariel Atkins and Dearica Hamby come up, if you have developed a young core around them and that team suddenly becomes a 7-8 seed and those two bad contracts are gone, you're the LA Sparks. You are going to then attract two big free agents to join because it's LA. But no, they are literally out here holding on to Kelsey Plum, trying to make the playoffs this year, when you are closer to last fucking place in the playoffs. You're closer to Seattle, who are trying to lose, than the 8th seed. You are closer to a team that are trying to lose. Like, you have an ability to fleece two teams. You can fleece a team because Cam Brink's trade value is largely based on two things. The fact she's not going to trigger Epic and the fact that she is a young big with one more year on a rookie deal. A win now, because of how expensive bigs are, a win now team like the Fever will do something dumb and overpay for Cameron Brink. A team like Toronto, who are trying, if I've been saying Portland, I mean Toronto. If a team like Toronto, who for some reason are trying to quick fix a team, they are going to do something dumb to pick up Cam Brink. You have the ability for that. And again, a team is going to do something dumb by trading for Kelsey Plum. If you get a second round pick for Kelsey Plum, that is better than keeping her. Reality is, you could probably get Tip Hayes in a first and then reroute Tip Hayes somewhere else to get a young asset. You could probably do that. And again, you can fleece another team. You can fleece another team for Cam Brink. And you can get a first and 2 seconds for Cam Brink. If you take that Mo Billings contract, fuck it. You might be able to get a first, 2 seconds, and 2 pick swaps off the Fever if you take the Mo Billings contract off them. But yeah, like, I don't know what the Sparks are doing. I genuinely don't.